Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Emelna Ailla from the class PPS2-19. So today I am going to present touch 3 of our continuous assessment, which is Introduction to Educational Studies, with the topic of Passionate Educators Driving National Educational Aspirations. So my group consists of 3 people, which is me, Emelna Alia, Ailla Yasmin, and Khor. So without further ado, let me introduce you to this topic. So first thing first, the introduction. This chapter discusses educational quality standards as an assessment instrument, also known as the Malaysian Education Quality Standard, (SKPM). It is also uses as to serve as a guide for the teachers and school leaders in managing operations effectively and also with quality. It also outlines the education plan developed to enhance Malaysian students' outcomes and to produce world-class human capital. The National Education Development Plan is presented as a strategic framework to drive transformation within Malaysia's education system. So the plan is to comprises 3 implementation phases, also known as waves, 5 system aspirations, 6 student aspiration, and 11 key shifts. The chapter further examines the implications of these quality standards and the education plan. Let me introduce you the aspirations of education in Malaysia. So first, the system aims to ensure access, meaning every child has equal opportunity to receive quality education regardless of their background. This is also a way to improve our future because with educated generation, it helps to contribute to the nation. Second is quality, where student achievement is raised to meet international standards. So which means they could compete globally with other developing countries. This also makes that our country not far too laid back comparing to them. So third, equity focusing on reducing achievement gaps between different socioeconomic group, locations, and genders. This also means that everyone has their own opportunity and also their rights. Fourth, education promotes unity by strengthening national integration among Malaysia's diverse students. So in their syllables, they are taught that Malaysia is a country that consists of diverse background, culture, and also races. Also, by doing practical tasks, they are taught on how to be tolerant among their peers with diverse background. So the fifth one is efficiency, which means maximizing student outcomes through effective use of resources, which also means that we as educators, we have to ensure that the education funds funded by the government have to go into the right path. The technology and the human resources, which are teachers, have to be used efficiently. We also have to ensure that every ringgit spent produces the best possible results for students and not for the teachers. Next, the system emphasizes knowledge mastery, which are the 3 M's, ensuring strong literacy, numeracy, and core subject understanding together with higher order thinking skills, which are those subjects consist of history, mathematics, English, and Bahasa Melayu. Students are also expected to achieve bilingual proficiency in Bahasa Melayu and also English, while being encouraged to learn additional languages. One of the alternatives to this is to expose students to the language clubs in school so that they are eager to learn and they are also exposed to the languages around the world. Finally, education aspires to build strong ethics spiritually, leadership, and a confident Malaysian identity through the subject moral education and Islamic education. So, in conclusion, the aspiration of education is to produce balanced, ethical, and globally competitive generations. Now we'll be continuing with the direction of education in Malaysia. So, the education system aims for holistic development. This means by nurturing students not just intellectually, but also emotionally, spiritually, and also physically. We want students to be balanced, individuals capable of thriving in every aspect of life. We don't just teach syllables, but we also teaches them how to be a better human being. So next, education focuses on creating future-ready learners. In the 21st century, students must be equipped with skills to face global challenges, adapt to rapid technological changes, especially in this AI generation, and to think critically to solve complex problems. I believe at home, they rely on the gadgets. So at school, we have to teach them on how to think critically and for them to adapt critical thinking so that they could apply in real life challenges. So a key approach is student-centered learning. Instead of just memorizing facts, students actively engage in learning through projects, group works, and problem solving, allowing them to learn at their own pace and style. This means that teachers don't just spoon feed them, we also teaches them on to how to think creatively and to throw out their ideas. We also place strong emphasis on STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This could help strengthening areas to ensure students are ready for modern careers and innovation-driven industries. Alongside this, the system expands TVET pathways, giving students opportunities in vocational and technical education to develop specialized skills. For example, we have TVET programs in school. We also have the vocational schools, which is all around Malaysia. So students right now are exposed more to these TVET pathways. So next, digital integration is another priority. By using technology in learning, students gain access to modern tools, making education more interactive and effective. Especially today, students are more interested in technology, in gadgets. So maybe with this alternative, it could help bring back the interest of learning. So, other than that, education also focuses on characters and values. Students are guided to uphold ethics, integrity, civic responsibility, and respect for others. It helps build responsible and socially aware generations. We also encourage entrepreneurship culture, helping students to be creative, innovative, and proactive. They learn to seize opportunities, take initiative, and develop solutions independently. This means that they have an outlet to express their creativity. Finally, the education system aims for global competence. Students should not only succeed locally, but also be competitive internationally to adapt with new surroundings and able to work effectively in multicultural environments. So, in conclusion, the direction of education in Malaysia is to develop balanced, skilled, ethical, and globally ready students who can contribute positively to the nation and the world. Thank you.
For this slide, I will explain the different roles of a teacher as an educator. First, teacher as a knowledge facilitator. In today's education system, teachers are no longer seen as the only source of information. With technology and easy access to knowledge, students can find information anywhere. So the teacher's role has shifted. Instead of simply giving notes or explaining everything, teachers now guide students to explore ideas on their own. They encourage students to ask questions, participate in discussions, and think critically and creatively. The classroom becomes more active and student-centered. According to John Haiti, effective teaching strategies and meaningful feedback have a strong impact on students' achievement. This shows that guiding learning properly is more important than just delivering content. Second, teacher as a moral and ethical role model. Teachers influence students not only through lessons but also through their behavior. Students observe how teachers speak, act, and handle situations. When teachers demonstrate integrity, fairness, patience, and respect, students tend to follow these values. In Malaysia, the Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia emphasizes in the Malaysia Education Blueprint that teachers play a key role in nurturing balanced and ethical individuals. This means teachers are responsible for shaping students' character as well. Third, teacher as a motivator and mentor. There are times when students feel stressed, discouraged, or lack confidence. Teachers play an important role in encouraging them by helping students set goals, overcome challenges, and believe in their abilities. Teachers build students' confidence and resilience. According to Albert Mandura, students develop stronger self-belief when they receive support and encouragement from significant adults like teachers. Fourth, teachers as a classroom manager. A good learning environment does not happen automatically. Teachers must manage student behavior, set clear expectations, and promote respect among students. When the classroom is organized and positive, students feel safe and are more focused on learning. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development highlight classroom management as an important competency of effective teachers. Finally, teacher as a lifelong learner and professional. Education is constantly changing. New technologies, new teaching methods, and new curriculum reforms will require teachers to continuously improve themselves. Teachers must update their knowledge, improve their skills, and adapt to digital learning. According to United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization (UNESCO), teachers need continuous professional development, especially in digital competencies, to remain effective in modern education. In conclusion, a teacher as an educator plays many important roles such as facilitator, role model, mentor, manager, and lifelong learner. These roles are essential in shaping both students' academic success and their personal development. Particularly in terms of professional development. So basically, this transformation does not only affect students but also the curriculum, teachers, school leaders, and also teachers' education institutions. So first of all, let us look at the implication for the curriculum. So basically, the curriculum transformation emphasizes 21st century competencies. So this means that students are no longer expected to only memorize facts, but also to think critically, solve problems, and apply the knowledge in real life situations. So the focus is also on holistic development, which means from intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and also physical growth, where at the preschool level, learning becomes more child-centered and also experiential. So children will learn through exploration and meaningful activities. But when it comes to the primary and secondary levels, through KSSR and also KSSM, the curriculum promotes inquiry-based learning, project-based learning, and also STEM-oriented approaches. That means assessment is also improved through both formative and also summative methods to monitor students' progress continuously. But now, moving on to the implications for teachers, teachers play a central role in ensuring the success of this transformation because teachers must be able to plan, implement, and also evaluate instruction effectively. So basically, teaching approaches should be student-centered and based on higher order thinking skills or HOTS. So teachers are also expected to to commit to continuous professional development. So this means learning does not stop and graduation. It means that it is an education, it is an ongoing process. So in terms of professionalism and leadership, teachers must practice lifelong learning and they need to remain open to innovation and educational reforms. So most importantly, they must demonstrate integrity and also exemplary values because teachers are role models for their students. This is the most important one. And besides that, we have to consider the implications for school leaders. So school leaders are expected to provide strong instructional leadership because they must drive continuous school improvement initiative and create a supportive environment for teachers. So basically, if we do the mentoring and supporting teachers is part of their responsibility. So in addition, they must engage with parents and community stakeholders to ensure the school's development is aligned with community needs. And finally, there are implications for teacher education too. So the recruitment process for teacher is now more rigorous and also holistic. So there is greater emphasis on HOTS or HOTS, innovative pedagogy, and the integration of ICT in training programs. So during practicum, structured mentoring is provided to ensure that teacher trainees are well guided. Furthermore, lecturer qualifications and also professional standards are enhanced to ensure high quality teacher preparation. And to conclude that, professional development under the Malaysia education blueprint requires commitment from all levels, which is from curriculum planners, teachers, school leaders, and also teacher education institution. And the overall goal is very clear, which is to produce globally competitive students through 20. Next, I will move to implication 2, which focuses on student personality development. When we talk about education, it is easy to focus only on academic achievement, but actually, one of the most important outcomes of education is how it shapes students as individuals, like their confidence, values, attitudes, and mindset. First, development of self-confidence. In a supportive classroom, students are encouraged to share their opinions, answer questions, and try new things without being afraid of making mistakes. So when teachers provide constructive feedback and positive encouragement, students begin to believe in their own abilities. According to Albert Bandura, self-confidence grows when students experience success and receive encouragement from significant adults. So when teachers motivate and support their students, they are actually building strong self-belief and resilience. Second, communication and social skill. Modern education promotes group discussions, teamwork, and presentations. Through these activities, students learn how to express their ideas clearly, listen to others, and respect different opinions. The partnership for 21st century learning emphasizes that communication and collaboration are essential skills for the 21st century. So these skills prepare students not just for exams, but for real life situations and future careers. Next, emotional intelligence and empathy. Education also helps students understand their own emotion and develop empathy toward others. So when students learn to manage their feelings and respect others' perspectives, they become more emotionally mature. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization highlights that education should support holistic development, including emotional and social growth. This is important because emotional intelligence affects relationships, decision making, and leadership. Fourth, moral and ethical values. Teachers play an important role in instilling honesty, responsibility, discipline, and respect. So, the Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia emphasizes that education aims to produce balanced individuals with strong moral values. Academic success alone is not enough without good character. And finally, independence and lifelong learning attitude. Education should encourage students to become independent learners. When students develop problem solving skills and a growth mindset, they are better prepared to face future challenges. They learn that education does not stop after school but continues throughout life. In conclusion, student personality development is a major implication of modern education. It shapes confident, responsible, emotionally intelligent, and independent individuals who are ready for the future.
Alright, thank you, Aila. So for the next topic, I'm gonna present to you all about strategy challenge. So throughout this assignment, we're able to come across two main strategy challenge in education. First of all, the main strategy challenge is ethical artificial intelligence or AI integration in education. In today's digital era, AI has become a part and parcel in education. It assists teachers in generating teaching materials, marking assessments, and personalizing learning. So while this improves efficiency, it also creates a tension between AI innovation and human-centered learning. One of the major concerns is overdependence on AI. This is because many students they rely too heavily on AI tools. For example, whenever they have work, they just ask AI such as ChatGPT or Gemini to generate the answer, and then they just copy and paste it without using much of their own thinking ability. So as a result, this may reduce their own critical thinking and problem-solving abilities. Plus, another issue is their academic dishonesty risk. This is because like you're already familiar with, AI can generate essays, answers, and assignments within seconds. So as a result, this creates a risk that the students might just submit the AI generated work as their own. Now, this is a serious problem because it can directly leads to plagiarism. Besides, there are also data privacy and ethical issues because many AI platforms it collects user data such as names, assignments, and personal responses. And because it is input, the AI collect the input, and then if other users ask a similar question, so the AI can just uh how do I say modify your answers and adapt it, and then give it to another users. Additionally, AI can reduce students' critical thinking. Like I said before, this happens because when AI provides instant answers, students they just stop analyzing deeply. So they might just accept AI responses as automatically correct. This what is actually happening is the students they just develop a surface understanding about the topic without they cannot go they didn't go deep because the AI does all the work. They just copy and paste it. Plus, like Uh, moreover, AI can also cause digital divide in schools because not all schools have equal access to high-speed internet, digital device, advanced AI tools. So as a result, there's a inequality between urban and rural area, high income and low income communities. So this might be a problem because if you think about it, if AI integration is uneven, then some students they might just benefit more and some students might just benefit less. So in order to address these challenges, a strategy and value-driven approach to AI integration is necessary. First, AI must be positioned as a support tool rather than a replacement for teachers. For example, when AI is used to assist learning, such as providing feedback or generating practice answer questions, students are still encouraged to think independently and engage actively in the learning process. So this is because this reduces the over-reliance and ensures that teachers remain central as facilitators and moral guides. Secondly, promoting ethical AI literacy among students is also essential because students must be taught how to use AI responsibly, verify information critically, and avoid plagiarism. These are all important because by developing ethical awareness and digital responsibility, the risk of academic dishonesty and misuse of AI can be minimized. Thirdly, strengthening teacher digital competence is also crucial because if you think about it, a teacher who understands AI tools and their limitation, they can better equip to the AI to design meaningful learning activities, uh, monitor misuse, and ensure secure digital practices. Finally, AI implementation must be in line with the falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan, which emphasizes on the student's holistic development, including intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and moral growth. This ensures that technology supports balanced human development rather than reducing education to automation or performance metrics. Next, let's look at strategy challenge 2, which is educator's soul versus performance pressure. This strategy challenge focuses on the tension between the holistic education and exam-oriented education systems. Because of holistic education aims to develop students intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and socially. But in many contexts, success is largely measured through examination results, grades, and key performance indicators. So, when educational success is narrowly defined by measurable outcomes, the deeper purpose of education might be overshadowed. One of the major challenge is the rise of a KPI-driven culture because teachers are often evaluated based on the students' performance data, ranking. So, while accountability is important, excessive emphasis on the metrics can shift the focus directly from meaningful learning to uh, performance productions. Another significant challenge is heavy administrative workload because teachers today are not only responsible for teaching, but also documentation, reporting, data entry, and compliance tasks. These responsibilities reduce the time and energy available for lesson preparations, creativity, and personal engagement with the students. So as a result, teacher burnout becomes a serious concern. Because of the continuous pressure, it can directly lead to the teachers' uh, emotional exhaustion and reduce the mood for the teacher. So as a result, it can also affect the classroom and students as well because if you think about it, if the students is stressed, moody, the classroom quality might feel tense, and the students will also feel the vibe as well. Furthermore, performance pressures only often limits creativity in teachings. Because when teachers feels like compelled to teach because of the tests, because of the exams. So the learning might become mechanical rather than meaningful because the teachers target is to for the students to achieve great results in the exams rather than being able to uh, for the do great in the future. Most importantly, students' well-being might be overlooked. So to address these challenges, several strategy focuses are necessary. First of all, holistic assessment practices should be encouraged because assessment should not rely solely on examinations, but also include project-based learning and character developments as well, so that this allows the student to demonstrate their diverse strengths. Secondly, reflective pedagogy must be strengthened because teachers should continuously reflect on their practices to in order to ensuring that their teaching remains student-centered and value-driven instead of performance-based. Thirdly, value-based education is essential because teacher must uphold moral guidance, integrity, empathy, and ethical responsibility as part of their professional identity. So education should cultivate character, not only competence. Finally, students' well-being must be prioritized because creative or supportive classroom environment, encouraging open communication, and recognizing students' emotional needs are the fundamental responsibilities of an educator. Conclusion: the role of the teacher as an educator goes beyond delivering content. A teacher is a nation builder who shapes the future generation through knowledge, values, and character development. This responsibility is aligned with the aspirations of the Falsafah Pendidikan Kebangsaan, which emphasizes holistic and balanced human development. Plus, it also consistent with the vision of Malaysia Madani, which promotes well-being, sustainability, and compassionate leadership. Therefore, a teacher must be ethical in the use of technology in order to ensure that tools like AI enhance rather than replace meaningful learning. Plus, a teacher must also be strong in professional identity, resilient under pressure, and committed to holistic student development. Ultimately, technology may support education, but it is the educator's soul that truly sustains it and shapes the future of the nation.